Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about IELTS Q card. An IELTS Q card question is a specific type of speaking test task in the IELTS exam. In this part of IELTS speaking test, candidates are presented with a cue card or a topic card that contains a brief description of particular topic along with some prompts or questions related to the topic. Test takers are given 1 minute to prepare and make notes on the topic provided on your cue card. After this brief preparation, they are required to speak about that topic from 1 to 2 minutes and give your opinions, relevant information, and example. The purpose of IELTS cue card question is to assess candidates' ability to speak fluently, coherently on a subject. Let's quickly jump into the cue cards tips. Make sure you center your attention on the primary subject of the task card. I mean, that you understand what the task card is asking you about, what's the question, and utilize your bullet points as a guide. Use vocabulary plays a key role. Avoid making your discussion unnecessarily complicated. Please rephrase the following text using the same language and keeping the same length. Utilize advanced vocab only when essential. Just don't do a show off, because avoid using complex language only to impress the examiner. They will recognize that. But if words are essential, feel free to use that. The second tip would be maintain consistency. Always ensure that your response are directly to address the question without getting off track, which is key because they want to understand that the question which they have asked you understood and you are well answering that. In short, there is a definite organization when creating notes from the cue card. Avoid giving the impression to the examiner that you lack the ability to structure your ideas. Pronunciation is again the third key factor. Your performance will improve if you concentrate on clear speech instead of an artificial accent. The examiner needs to clearly understand what you're saying. Sometimes you're just trying to make up the language and you just, know, make up the language and you lost the control or you lost the answer in between because your concentration was there. Continue speaking until the examiner tell you to stop. Practice will help you to improve structuring your ideas and delivering them in set time frame. Practice frequently before your exam. To practice this at home, select random subjects and time yourself with your phone to measure how long you speak without repeating, running out of ideas, or stopping. Because this is a common problem which you'll face, that you run out of the ideas or you stop in between. Even more ideal is seek out a conversational partner or instructor for assistance. You can take any of your team member or your family member or your friend, and you can have a conversational partner to get into a conversation exactly just like your exam is happening. Examine previous cue cards. Refer to the list or consult the Cambridge IELTS book. For example, actual cue card previous questions were asked. Try to imitate the same answers, get those answers. While you may not be able to foresee what will happen in future, but you definitely observe the pattern and the recurring themes. There are few topics which they ask on, and you can just play around with that. If they're asking for some human, it can be your favorite teacher, favorite team member, your manager. So you can just frame those sentences. This resource will assist you in getting ready. Focus on soothing yourself, relax, don't panic there. The main issue I frequently observe when conducting practice IELTS speaking tests is that individuals tend to extremely anxious. They become nervous, they panic. Certainly, this is comprehensible. The exam is frightening. Nevertheless, anxious individuals tend to speak rapidly and commit numerous errors. So be calm, be composed, and have your self control and just attempt the question. Focus on concentrating responses effectively. Don't memorize. While memorize answer is not recommended, identify common structures that you can assist in generating. I'll take a session for that as well. assist in generating improved responses more naturally. Essentially, you can include a start, middle, and finish, same as you do in your writing. You have your structure for your task two. That's how you should have a structure for your speaking test as well. You have 1 minute to get ready for your response. During that minute, you must examine the prompt card, read all the questions, and make sure you answer them. Come up with a topic for conversation. Prepare your response ahead of time. This may present difficulties. Indeed, even a native speaker would find it challenging because it's a structure. They're looking for particular answers on particular questions with the conditions. So, nevertheless, you should give it your best. After completing this task, you must then talk about the assigned subject for the duration of 1 or 2 minutes. If you exceed 2 minutes, the examiner will automatically halt you. Don't worry that you have not been stopped. If you remain silent for just 1 minute, they will ask you more questions to prompt you to speak. At least they want to understand how much you know about the topic, how's your vocab, how's your cohesion. How to answer Ielts Q card question? Again, a best tip. Analyze it as a process that involves examining in the detail. That means you answer everything which they have asked. Tips for preparing your response. Tip for taking notes. Tips for consistent response. So you have to respond properly. You have to take your notes. Prepare your response in that 1 minute. Analyze what they're asking and answer in detail. Grasp the assessment criteria. Understand how they'll evaluate you. Get to know that criteria. I have videos on that. I have multiple shorts video on that in my channel. You can see that. What's the assessment criteria? Time management is very important. It's just 2 minutes and you have to win the shot in 2 minutes. You don't have any other option to repeat it. So it's a one go thing. So go and get it. Make sure to speak for 2 minutes to guarantee that your answers are well organized and thorough. It's important to take feedback regularly in order to make improvements. You can take feedback from your partner who you are working with or you're learning with. Make sure you practice every day. Do not undervalue the impact of consistent practice because many people say, oh, it's just an answer. It's not just an answer. They're looking for a proper structure, vocab, your grammar, everything would be assessed. Strive to have a minimum 2 or 3 weekly sessions where you speak for 2 minutes on various subjects on your IELTS Q card questions, which you have multiple samples in my short videos. Master the skill of managing time. It's all about time there. You have 1 minute preparation time and you have to speak for 2 minutes restriction. So you have to, in this 3 minutes, you have to give your best shot to get the best band. Make notes of important things. Plan your responses before speaking. Utilize a timer during practice to make sure you don't exceed 2 minutes. But anyhow, they're gonna stop you if you are exceeding 2 minutes speaking restriction time. Become proficient in vocab and grammar, and that can only be done by practice. Broaden your vocab, refine your skills in utilizing different strengths, sentence structure. This enhances the richness and smoothness in your speech. Additional tips I'll give apart from this preparation tips: have assurance and be articulate. Speak with confidence and clarity, refraining from lengthy pauses like filler words. Change up how to speak and speed at which you talk to make your speech more interesting. Some people are good when they talk fast, and some people are good when they speak low. So you have to understand how you speak with confidence, clarity at which pitch. So just take care of that. Always look past the surface, move beyond simple description and delve into analysis. Provide your viewpoints, provide your examples, and relate your answers to larger ideas. That would say that you have command on English. Utilize example and personal experience while discussing your points. This is same as writing. You have to put your experiences, examples, so that it becomes more illustrative. Thank you and have a great day.